Along with its rich history and culture came one of Dominica's most dynamic prime ministers, the late Honorable Pierre Charles. The constituency over the next 5 years is set to undertake a number of major developments to be spearheaded by Honorable Justina Charles. The critical area of housing. Excavation work has begun in the Granby constituency for the construction of homes under the Petrocasa housing program. There was a change of plans in terms of the location of the site. Following a visit to the site, GIS spoke with Granby MP Honorable Justina Charles.
We received the offer of 10 houses from the Petrocasa people and from the Venezuelans really, and they started work on it around the secondary school, but we felt that the site was not the best for various reasons. One, we felt the proximity to the school. It was in close proximity to the school, and that lends itself to vandalism to the building and noise and distraction for the students and the whole change of the environment. And even then, that area really was marked for industrial development. So we felt, and close proximity to the main road too. So we felt that was not the best place for it.
Since then, a location has been identified and work has progressed quickly to prepare the site for housing construction.
Alternative site we have is near to the fire station, the Granby fire station, and presently we have persons clearing off the site, and we have the persons from housing, lands and service, and so doing the markings so that we can begin, and excavation work should begin as I speak to you, maybe tomorrow.
Parliamentary representative for the Granby constituency, Honorable Justina Charles, is on a mission to ensure that the roads to the holding of farmers in her constituency are in good condition. GIS accompanied the Granby MP along a bumpy road to an area called Mopo.
And what we found is that the road is really in a dilapidated condition. It's really, really bad, and only persons with their own vehicle, they do not have a choice, will come up there. But you cannot ask somebody to come up there to do anything for you. They will not come because the road is really in a bad condition.
Recognizing the challenges of the farmers, the Granby MP is determined to ensure that this is addressed.
I have asked the engineer, we came up and we drove the road, and so that he could make an assessment of it. So presently we are in the process of working on the estimates for doing the road repairs, and what we just decided to do while we wait for that to be done, we get people to clear off at least the side to bring some ease or comfort to move in, because it is really when it was clustered in grass.
The road conditions in Mopo will be one of the matters on the agenda when the parliamentary representative meets with farmers in that area.
They themselves cannot do much except to help in maintaining it after it is done. But we also want to look at how they get their supplies, you know, and how they get the things that they need to assist them in carrying out their farming, and to ensure that they can get maximum output from what they do.
Meantime, Felix Dangleben, a local farmer, is pleased to be part of the ongoing cleanup exercise.
I feel elated because, Mervin, to tell you, for a while that road is in that condition. It's not something that happened previously, it's something that is ongoing for a while. That road is not suitable, not access for transport for vehicles. You'll have farmers complaining all throughout the years like that, so it's not a two-day thing.
Dangleben is impressed with the interest shown by the Granby MP into the plight of farmers of that area.
I can tell you, myself can recall when last I saw a Palrep come up here. It's not nothing like libel, nothing like joke, but if today I can see that Palrep showing signs of wanting to do something with that road for the farmers, we have to be elated. We have to say praise God for that in true sense.
With the commitment of the new Member of Parliament for Granby to assist the farmers, Dangleben believes that there is renewed hope.
Yes, there is hope. We can like this to say, we can see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Just an 8-minute drive away from the farms in Mopo, farmers of the Marketon area appear to be singing from the same hymnal. They too travel along very deplorable roads to their farms every day.
Since Freedom Party built that road, nothing has never been done on the road, right? And if they had to take a woman per rep to come to this area to see the condition of Mopo and Vibo and NARRATOR to do something. I mean, she promised as soon as they win the election, she would be on the road. And so said, so done. And today we're feeling proud of her to see her on the road.
The Granby MP is saddened by these conditions.
The condition of the road has affected even their own involvement in agricultural activities and has decreased it somehow because they find it was really of much benefit to continue to work the land in as much as they could not access it as easily because of the conditions of the road. So I'm hoping, at least just as I said earlier, the estimate is being done now. So I'm hoping as soon as that is done and we can source funds to really work on the NARRATOR-Mopo road. And as I said, definitely those two areas we need to give it urgent attention and as a matter of priority.
Her concerns for the farmers stems from her childhood days which the Granby MP treasures.
I did farming myself with my mother. I assisted my mother as a farmer. I know what it is to go out there to cultivate and to harvest bananas and to do all of that, because that is what really my mother did to take care of us when we were children. So I can understand the plight of the farmers because it was not easy for her.
The Granby Member of Parliament is always keeping her eyes open for any opportunities where her constituents can gain employment. Her sights have been set on the shed in Geneva. It was constructed by the Aid Bank in an effort to create space for potential small businesses. This, however, did not materialize, and at the moment, the Granby Member of Parliament wants the shed to be transformed into a call center.
We've already gotten persons from the IT unit to come and inspect the building, and they've looked at it, and Aid Bank is also willing to do the retrofitting so that we can accommodate, because really it was not built for that, but basically it's just to do some retrofitting to accommodate the wiring and all the wirings to do the internet, to do the computer system, to organize the computer system.
A search has already begun for potential investors to transform this dream into a reality.
And there are potential investors who have shown interest, so we are hoping that it can be developed and our young persons, we can have at least 200-300 young persons employed. I think that is going to assist us greatly in the South.
Coming into the political scene just a few months ago, the Granby MP is brimming with confidence and energy and is seeking to address concerns which have been on the minds of constituents for several years. One of these concerns is in the area called Mitcham.
Normally when it rains heavily, flow of vehicles is obstructed by the volume of water that comes down in the area, and even the amount of debris, the amount of stones and log that comes down with the water. And very often when it rains, there is an obstruction in vehicle, and where we have to wait until a cat comes and clears off the road, and everything for us to go. So what we are hoping in the Granby area is that some attention can be paid and we can have a bridge built across the ravine to facilitate easy flow even during the rainy season.
During her December 2009 political campaign, this was one of the issues raised by her supporters.
Throughout the election campaign, that was one of the highest on the agenda. And most persons raised their concern, and even after the election, I received calls from United States and out of Dominica reminding me of the Mitcham Bridge that we need to pay attention to.
The parliamentary representative for the Granby constituency, Honorable Justin Charles, is taking steps to address concerns expressed by residents about the Geneva playing field.
There still seems to be some concern as to the use of the playing field in terms of damaging it for cricket, and more so by the persons who are playing football, because they think the spikes under the shoes seem to be damaging the playing field.
To address these concerns, plans are on the way to extend the playing field.
As you see at my back, towards the area where the banana is, so that we can, and where you see the soil is, so we are hoping we can extend down so that we can probably have there as our area for football, which will avoid damaging the cricket pitch and so forth.
The plans for the development of sports in her constituency is not limited to this extension.
But we are also looking at upgrading the facility and providing seats where people can come and sit and look at the sports and relax. And hopefully in the long term, we are hoping to fence the property, so at least we know it is enclosed and people cannot come in and drive on the playing field like some people do and those kind of things. So we are looking at that in terms of just the playing field.
The Granby MP is optimistic that sports could be used as a key instrument to develop the minds of the youth in the community.
So we are hoping that we can use the sporting activities to keep our young people focused and to keep them involved and become a little more disciplined.
Mrs. Charles is also looking forward to the completion of a resource center in Montine. The $327,000 facility is 99% complete. It is expected to be a multi-purpose facility.
There is still scope for further development, but presently it should house the village council, the Tetmon Village Council, and there is a hall where activities, meetings and everything can be held. Downstairs is supposed to have computer lab where they can have their little computer sessions and they can check their mail and do whatever, probably do their computer skills and everything. So that is downstairs, and there is still some space downstairs. We are hoping in the future that can be probably developed and we can probably house the preschool, because presently the preschool is in a private building, so we are hoping all of that can be incorporated into one.
The resource center is expected to have a major impact on the community.
Basically, Tetmon never really had what we call a resource or community center, such facilities. So I think it is one place where they can commune, they can keep their meetings, and they can have their little social activities. That is one place where you can have the young persons gathering, all different sectors can meet and have their little social. They can also have their own fundraising activities. The village council will be, the whole ambience or the aesthetics of the place, it will enhance even the performance of the persons who are utilizing it. I think it's going to definitely impact positively on the entire community.
Meantime, plans are on the way to construct a basketball court on the grounds of the facility.
Presently, there is no sporting facility in Tetmon except for the schoolyard where the students normally do their little netball practice. So there is nothing else for Tetmon. So we are hoping that we can develop the yard we can construct a basketball, netball court in the yard, and at least the young persons can use it to develop their sporting abilities.
Plans are also on the way to rehabilitate the road around the resource center before the official opening of the facility.
Because the road is really in a dilapidated condition, so we need to address that road first, and presently I have submitted the estimate and I am hoping that we can get some funds to address it as soon as possible. So as soon as that is done, we should be ready.
A woman of vision, a woman who succeeded her husband as parliamentary representative for the Granby constituency, has decided that this time it's Granby's turn to be taken to the next level.